Hi, I'm Stephanie, and you're listening to At Home with AI, relatable AI for regular people. Have you ever felt like you're hitting a wall with AI tools like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini? Well, today I'm going to help you get unstuck and give your chats a little glow up. In my AI day job, I've helped a lot of first-timers navigate these tools, and I've noticed some common mistakes that can really start you off on the wrong foot. I'm going to break down the 5 biggest pitfalls and how you can fix them. The first mistake is simple: expecting a masterpiece on the first try. I've seen people chat with AI, the first response isn't exactly what they expect, and it's tempting just to give up. Maybe, for example, you ask for a salad recipe and ChatGPT recommends steak salad, but you're a vegetarian. Here's the reality. AI tools are a bit like really smart interns. They're eager to please, but they aren't mind readers. They actually need a lot of context, even the type of information that seems totally obvious to you. Instead, treat your chat like a conversation and just ask for revisions. And the real pro tip is to get the AI tool to write the prompt for you. This is especially useful when you want the results formatted in a specific way or you have really specific requirements. For example, you might write, "What I really wanted was a table with names in the rows and columns with each value. What prompt should I use next time?" Then the AI tool will just spit out the prompt and you can use that prompt. So it's a really great way to learn as well. Mistake number 2 is trying to solve all your problems at once. AI can feel like a genie, so it's natural to want to ask for everything at once. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you're planning your daughter's 5th birthday party. And you go onto one of these tools and you just do a brain dump. You ask for a theme, a full party plan, and an invite design all at once. The reality is when you ask it to do everything at once, the tool is going to start making decisions for you. So you might end up stuck with an idea you don't even like just because it's there. Instead, ask one question at a time. So in our birthday party example, you want to talk through that theme first before asking for the rest. An even better power user secret is to use what's called an interviewer prompt. So you can ask all those things at once, but you want to tell the AI tool to ask you one question at a time and only move on to the next when you've made a decision. I talk about that technique in some of my other posts. I really like it. I feel like it lets me slow down and really be thoughtful and not go too deep into the decision before I've considered the first part. The third mistake is when you keep on asking unrelated questions in the same chat. Have you ever been on one of those email threads where people keep on introducing new topics? It gets totally impossible to follow. Since these tools use the context from your current chat to answer you, if you mix up too many topics, they're going to get overloaded and confused. Instead, what you want to do is start a new chat for every new topic. The best part is that you can go back to those old chats. You can usually search, depending on the tool, and continue those old conversations. So it's like preserving them so you can go back to that context. It's really just kind of like an email. Mistake number 4 is thinking the tool is broken because you get 2 different answers for the same question. But here's the deal. If you ask an objective question, like a calculation, you should always be getting the same answer. But if it's subjective, like you ask for a recipe recommendation, the response will be somewhat random. Large language models, or LLMs, they respond based on probability with a little bit of randomness thrown in. So you can imagine, for example, if you asked 2 friends about the same movie that they watched, you might get 2 slightly different takes on it with the same general theme. And it's a little bit like that. Finally, mistake number 5 is assuming these tools are great at crunching numbers just because they're, quote, computer programs. In reality, LLMs like ChatGPT are trained on human language, like books and online forums and articles. They are actually much better at language than math. While they're constantly evolving, they usually handle math by writing code in the background. So instead of asking your large language model to crunch a giant spreadsheet, ask it to write a formula for you to use in Google Sheets or Excel. You can describe or attach the spreadsheets to the prompt and ask the AI tool to write the specific formulas you need to paste into your cells. And I have some examples of this in my matching Substack post at homewithai.substack.com. And that's it. So stop making these 5 mistakes and you'll find that your AI tools become way more helpful, way faster. Thanks for listening and happy prompting.